Let me introduce Lieutenant Dan and Wild Bill the driver.
Hello, I am Lieutenant Dan. I used to drive, but after a few too many accidents, Wild Bill drives now.
Hello all. I am Wild Bill, and I am a professional driver and pilot. Let's get going on this mission to rescue the tank crew.
Once I unloaded Dan was just finishing a systems check when the call came through, static and garbled, but clear enough. The tank was high-centered and stranded deep in the back range. Time was ticking with fresh tires and a fully charged winch. The green truck roared to life. There was no time to waste. The rescue mission had officially begun.
Over the wood, misunderstood.
The mountain moves for no one except me. Crawling isn't slow, it's tactical.
The first challenge was the rocky hill, steep, uneven, and loose under the tires. The green truck crawled and bounced, tires gripping for every inch of progress. The radio crackled again, the tank's beacon blinking weakly. Lieutenant Dan knew if the hill didn't break him, the next part might.
Stuck? Tank? Oh boy. Rescue mission time? Do I need snacks?
Solid ground, solid resolve.
I think I just invented a new way to bounce uphill.
Number U, need traction control.
Is it just me, or does this path feel haunted? If I disappear, tell my tires I love them. Slow-mo is my mojo.
Wood, meet willpower.
Creeping like a bug in a rug.
Keep moving. Style points don't count.
Rockin' and rollin', baby.
Roll over, not under.
Every pebble's a party.
Terrain doesn't dictate power. I do.
This log's got nothing on me.
Logs. Obstacle identified. Solution engaged.
Over the wood, misunderstood.
The mountain moves for no one, except me.
Logs. Time to log some airtime.
Opened up suddenly, revealing a steep drop and a field of green. From the cliff's edge, Lieutenant Dan could see tire tracks in the distance, faint but fresh. The tank had made it this far. One wrong move here and the rescue truck would become the next stranded rig.
Crawling isn't slow, it's tactical.
Rockin' and rollin', baby. Stuck? Tank? Oh boy, rescue mission time. Do I need snacks?
You ever think maybe we ought to read the trail signs instead of racing past them?
Signs are just suggestions, Bill, like speed limits and showering daily.
if y'all ever wondered what happens when you mix horsepower, overconfidence, and a healthy disregard for gravity, well, buckle up. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Dan was taking the scenic route, also known as getting lost, but don't worry, he's got a compass. That don't work. With the rocks behind him, the green truck hit the trail. It was narrower than expected, winding through brush and shadow. Tension was rising. The path was quiet. Too quiet. Lieutenant Dan stayed focused. This was no joyride. This was a race against time, and the tank wasn't getting any lighter. Well, now, it was a fine day for trouble out in Crawling Canyon, till Wild Bill decided that hill climb looked a bit too easy. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. just when things were looking up, the ground gave out. Literally. Y'all don't want to miss this one. Now, if y'all ever wondered what happens when you mix horsepower, overconfidence, and a healthy disregard for gravity, well, buckle up.
Batteries are too heavy. 3S. Got real speed though. Fucking one of those days. Nobody. Check the battery. Nobody.
Path opened up suddenly, revealing a steep drop and a field of green. From the cliff's edge, Lieutenant Dan could see tire tracks in the distance, faint but fresh. The tank had made it this far. One wrong move here and the rescue truck would become the... Let me introduce Lieutenant Dan and Wild Bill the driver. Well, howdy, folks. Y'all better buckle in, because today's episode is hotter than a jalapeno pancake on a Texas griddle. We got trucks tugging, tires spinning, and one ornery tank stuck deeper than a catfish in a mud hole. Yep, it's just another day in the wild world of RC mayhem. This truck's got more heart than a Hallmark movie on Valentine's Day. Now looky here, our brave little green truck's got himself wrapped around a boulder like a possum on a corn dog. But don't you worry none. He's dropping that winch line like it's prom night. That's right, winching like a pro even if he ain't quite sure what he's attached to yet. Green truck's got more torque than a gator on espresso. pulled it off again. Mud, mayhem, and a miracle or two. That green truck's got more grit than a sandblaster on espresso. Tune in next time where something's bound to break, roll, or explode, and that's just the camera guy.